Hello, Rick27, and welcome back to Rule of Waves 3 as we continue getting towards the very end of the game as Spain. It's been a bit of a busy old time at Shea Rickwin, as you could probably tell, a bit of a slowdown in all things content related, but let's not worry about that. Point is we're back, we're recording, and we're getting on with bits and bobs. And where are we in the general scheme of things? Well, we're essentially trying to work out who we're actually going to fight next, and it's been the way of it for like 12, 15, 20 in-game years through a bit of RNG and a bit of alliances and a little bit of user error. We've not quite managed to find ourselves a worthwhile target to go after. Now, if you remember the last episode, the world is certainly not at peace at the minute. Italy and Hungary and Austro-Hungary are knocking holes in each other, and it's potential that Britain will join in and go to war with Italy as well, but we're not involved in any of it. However, one thing I'm noticing is our tension with America is a scooch on the high side. Now, they are interesting because they have no other allies, so it would be a straight one-on-one fight. And they're definitely a bigger navy than mine, quite substantially. They're going to have some pretty darn good tech. It could all go horribly wrong, but it might be an interesting one to kind of roll the dice with, because we don't have that many flashpoints. We've got the Caribbean, where maybe the predominant or most of the fighting would probably be, and then we've got Southeast Asia, which would undoubtedly become a kind of second theatre. And yeah, we might feel the pinch trying to defend both those against America's larger fleet. That's a healthy number of CVs. But certainly I think we could use our bases in these areas to try and leverage a little bit home advantage, at least in the early phases of war before we get comfortable and try and do invasions. But that's getting well ahead of myself. So that might be an option. It's not necessarily the greatest one for where we sit. We are, they're more advanced, they're bigger navy. It's frightening. We could definitely lose territories to invasions, but might be something worth a go. And in fact, I'm gonna put the intel down on France for a bit, and let's start spying on America. And yeah, we'll do it that way. And if RNG pushes into war, then so be it. I do want to get out there and try life in the missile world. And if all goes terribly wrong, it'll be an interesting end to our run. Cool. Anything? What else have we got on? We've got some ships being built, I believe. So we've got our new purpose-built jet-capable aircraft carriers. And we've got some refits ongoing. And we've got, trying to get our trade protection corvettes rocking and rolling as well as a couple extra of the light cruisers, which I really like these light cruisers. I'm excited to see them in action. I hope they don't just get completely outclassed the second they get anywhere, but they've got 4 heavy missiles on them and some nice dual-purpose 6-inch guns and 4-inch guns for air support and close-in defense. So, yeah, I like the Martillos. Right, let's advance turns. Let's see what is coming for us. This is very timely, isn't it? You've been asked for entry which nation you see as most likely enemy in a future war. What is my answer? What's my answer? It is without doubt. Do we want to? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for this is something I may regret and cry sleep. But no, let's stir the pot a little bit against the Yanks here. Drop torpedoes will run patterns. Oh, that's good. Okay. Italy and Austro-Hungary continue to fight. A few destroyers, 2 destroyers for 2 light cruisers. That's a good trade from Italy there. Pushes up a little bit, but didn't push us over the edge. Money's good, funds are good. We're still happily building. Now, of those light corvettes, do we have any? No, we've just got our foreign station ones, of which I would like a couple of extra just to be available when the war starts. And we probably want at least a whole run of these 900-ton ones. So I'm just going to actually just build those now. Because we're there. Will you wrap round if I go down? No. All right, we'll do it this way then. That's going to put me in into the red, but not for very long. Okay, and we'll give me plenty of corvettes, and then we don't have to worry about sending our destroyers off to do silly things. Should war break out? Okay, Adelbert's done her construction. French ship, the heavy cruiser, the Waldeck Rossu. Oh, they're going for 10 inches. Okay, with... you see their heavy cruiser have got the 4 heavy ship-to-ship missiles as well. Yep. Okay. We have better radar. Okie doke. Improved guidance. Cool. Oh, on the radar, there was a comment that we forgot to upgrade some of the radars on some of our refits. I think it was here actually. Yeah, Christopher and Pegasus saying it's actually worthwhile improving the radar for helping them track incoming planes and things. It's not just for fire control for the weapons. So it's probably something I should probably look at. And in fact, is our radar 3? I feel like we got an increase at some point. Well, I can check. Let us go. In fact, you're obsolete, so you need an upgrade. Oh yeah, you're on jet fighters. Right, let's do this one. I would like to open design for rebuild. Let's start looking at radar. Yeah, we're up to 4 now. Okay. And 4 we shall have. We're also going to flip on to... cost me 200 tons and a lot of topside capacity, but improves air operations. Right, we'll flop that in, and we'll flop in jet capable, and we'll see where we end up, and it will probably upset me. Last one we ended up down around the 56, so let's just try there. What does that do for us? We're still a couple hundred tons off. And anything else we can play around with? We don't have any secondaries, don't have any tertiaries. We could definitely lose a couple of the 4 inches if we so wanted. Wouldn't save as much weight. And we could bulge it, but I don't really want the -3 knots, to be honest. Just replace the machinery. It's going to become a bit more expensive, though. That's a lot. That's a big cost element just for a couple of 100 tons. I'm not sure that's entirely worth it. So let's not do that. Let's come back out. Let's not save. Let's open up free build again. Let's just say I want jet capable. I would like 56, but I'm not sure we'll get there. I've got... Do I still need catapults? Presumably. Oh yeah, because not all my ships are going to be jets. Okay, let's try the angled flight deck. I don't have any missile launchers, but that's fine. We do want the level 4 radar. Okay, let's drop a couple of these off from... We've got an extra one on our port here, which I think is this one. Look. We could probably get rid of that one as well. Just saved a good chunk now, 90 tons. And then we could just accept that, right? We're a 3,000 ton ship, so 90 tons is not a particularly big part of its displacement to be overweight. And that would align our 2 kind of Chrysort type ships at the 56 aircraft. And both, actually then they would both have the 10x4 as well, because we just took 2 off. Oh no, you're down to 8, sorry. I only took 1 turret off the other one. But I think we might just kind of accept that. We do need to, we can do this bit as well, so we can trim these down to a more reasonable number. Okay, there we go. We can throw on some lights. Yeah? Happy? Happy. Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Came up last time. Modern crews expect more comforts. Unless you're communist. 250 tons. Does that change the time at all? No, not really. We're still on the 12 months. 406. That's okay. 200 tons, though. Maybe we do just replace the machinery. It's going to cost us like 6 million, something like that. No, it's going to cost us 15 million. truly modernizer. Diesel, it takes up more. Do we have gas turbines yet? No. I think I've done that a lot. I can never quite remember. Or do we just bite the bullet and steal an aircraft? Drop down to like a 55. I think that's what we'll do. We'll go for the 55. We'll not replace the machinery. We'll give them the spacious accommodation that they need. Modern wooses, and we'll do it that way. Right, I'll go and I need to redo things, so I shall do that with a little bit of editing magic. Okay, there we have it. The rebuilt Pegasus here. So we've got a spacious. We did lose a couple of turrets, but that's okay. Really shouldn't, hopefully not getting planes enemy here, but we'll give her some defense. And then, yeah, we're going down to 55, and we will have to just make that work. But we do have our level 4 radar, which is good. So we'll save, finish, and we will rebuild you. Beautiful. It does mean I'm probably going to have to start funneling my other bits and pieces through rebuilds as well. Unfortunately, it means we're all going to want spacious accommodation. But I think we'll just have to try and modernize everything that we can, as and when we can afford it. Although we can afford a reasonable amount, actually. Yeah, your speeds, you guys are going to need an engine refit by the looks of things. You're starting now 2 knots slower. How old are you? 30s. Yeah, you're only 20 years old. I mean, it's old, but it's not like insane. And we've got new ones. Okay. We do have a reasonable amount in the bank, so we could probably push through another refit when we're doing it. Actually, let's have a quick look at... We could just do the Chrysler at the same time. Why not? When we rebuild, because all I think we need to do... Well, it's not true. We're going to have to do spacious, aren't we? And bump up your tech. Okay, well, we could do that, and we'll balance them out, both down at 55. Okay. They're now very, very similar designs. Oh, you don't have the angled flight deck, though. Here's a couple 100 tons, and then you might just have to not have it. So I don't really want to strip out another couple 100 tons from you, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, that'll do. How many have I got here? 16. That is quite a lot. By the way, we'll bring this down to 12 and maybe add a few more of the smaller guns and give you a few more rounds for your AA. We'll balance it out that way. Okay. Still not getting the 200 we want for the armoured. But that is fine. Go do that. Right. So we have 2 CVs going away, and apparently that put our monthly balance up. Okie doke. Who do we want to start working on next? Probably some of our bigger ships, giving them better radar. Probably going to be our Tegasuses, I think. You are not all here, though. So, if we go to spacious, what's it cost on you? 140 tons. Not ideal. Don't think we've got any additional quality there. Yeah, nor do I think we're going to be able to like slap on any missiles or anything. But the best we want to do is probably give you some radar directed guns to help you defend against missile targets. But that 200 tons, yeah, 200 tons does hurt. I'm not sure there's huge amounts we can do, because actually we want it, it's going to be more than 200 whole tons. It's going to cost a lot to get these guys up to speed. Actually, what we could do, we could do that. We could remove your role as scouting. That interests me. I did like the idea of having a little plane to scout about, but maybe not as required as much. especially as our radar tech gets better, and we have usually long-ranged land-air to help out as well. At least that's how I'm going to justify it. And let's go to our catapults, and that does give us all the weight we need and more. Okay, this is pretty tempting now. What do I want to do with my extra? I mean, 121 tons is not insignificant. Could we? How much are these? I think you're a bit heavier than that, if you're not. Let's stick it back. I don't know, put one on there. What's that cost? Oh, you're not as heavy as I thought. Okay, actually, show me turret arcs. Missile arcs. Do I want them there? Do I want them further forward? I don't think we need to be further forward. Actually, we can quite happily slap on a bunch of missiles. Oh, this has got me excited. Is there any chance we could do something ridiculous like this? And stick 4 of them on? Who needs planes when you have missiles? Yeah, I think that's maybe pushing it a little bit. I mean, we could just go slightly overweight. Is there we could maybe trim... Oh, never mind, we can do that. Trim that off, and actually we'll spend a few more on these light guns here. Okay. All of a sudden our heavy cruisers get rocketed into the missile age. I like it. And they have a spacious... Oh, excellent. Let's do this. Beautiful. Yes. Yes, rebuild them all. I appreciate someone will have to sail on their way here, but... Unless I was just misreading that. Okay, it says you're being rebuilt now. Oh, never mind. Maybe I was mistaken as to which ship was in Southeast Asia. Cool. Okay, how's the money? Our balance went up again. I don't understand. I was spending less rebuilding them than we are maintaining them. Okay, well, let's just keep going then. And pray a war doesn't break out in the next 3 months. Okay, let's have a look at these older ones then. Because I think... And I want to know how much it's going to cost. So that's kind of 3 million just to repaint the darn things. If we replace the machinery, you're up to 15 million. Which is a lot, but... might be worth it just to get back up to... I mean, 24 knots is still pretty slow. Have we got better 16s? No. That's a shame. Drop you to 8, but give you radar directed ones. You don't have any tertiary guns. So. Yeah. So we could replace it. I mean, essentially, it's just getting them out of their obsolete. It's going to cost us about 15 million. The problem is they're just going to get slower and slower. Slap some missile launchers on them. I can slap missile launchers on everyone apparently. Although again, these guys shouldn't be too much involved in the missile fight. Hopefully, so you might be better served just by having some more AA cover. Got the best there. You've got your radar limit 4. Question is this worth 20 million a pop? That is. Well, I mean, when you're talking they cost like 140 million, so it's only like a 1/7 of a ship. It's not outrageous to try and keep them in a modern, because I don't really want to be, I don't think I want to spend more time building battleships. The battleship era is probably done, but I suspect we'll still want to keep some of them around. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're definitely losing money now. Good. Right, we'll let those rebuilds finish, and we'll We'll go through there. What? Why? What did I? Oh, I made you. Where are you, Adalbear? Right. Let us move those fighters to reserve. Let us okay, you can be some light jet fighters, and you're gonna have like 8 of them. Which leaves space for 9, we said what, 9 dive bombers. Okay. I could have done that a better way actually and kept their experience, but that's fine. That's fine. But we still can. What we're going to do is we're going to change your role, which makes it's a bit silly actually, saying, hey, you guys are now dive bombers, but yet you keep your experience. Why is that not changing? Hang on. Transfer to the Adalbear. Yep, don't worry about it. We're going to we're going to get rid of this poor group I've just created. Disband you guys. We're going to give torpedo bombers and say, change your role to dive bomber, please. And it has taken now. And then change your number all the way down to 9. Okay. Done, done, done. Yes, you are now ever so slightly over capacity. And I think we'll just steal a jet fighter from you. Yep. And we can do the same here. You're going to be light jet fighter. You're going to have 12 of you. Don't worry, we're working on it. You're going to be a light jet fighter. That's probably the same one. But I'll just go and tweak this without you guys having to watch it all. And there we have it. Same complement, 2 light jet fighters, 2 dive bombers. Job done. Light jet dive. And then these 2 we haven't upgraded yet. And we've got some experts sitting in this experience pool that we can probably throw around the world in random planes when the fight kicks off. Oh, that's the other thing that was going to remind me. Number of aircraft in carrier cable units exceeds the capacity of our training facilities. Ooh. Interesting. I'm trying to remember what drives the training capacity for carrier aircrew, and if is it just the size and number of your bases? I can't remember. Okay, but that's fine. I think that's just gonna have to be the way it is. Maybe we'll have a look at that. Okay, ignore that for just now. Because I was actually gonna say some bases I want to expand. So in America, in the Caribbean, for example, we just still have 2 40-size airplane bases. Here we go, Guantanamo and at Arecibo. So let's expand those. Make them a little bit bigger. And just in case it matters, why don't we expand some of our core bases as well? Not particularly need them in. Yeah, sure, we can expand the one at. Oh no, we're really 60, the biggest one we've got at the minute. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll leave them where they are. There you go. Slight expansion, nothing too crazy. Then in Southeast Asia, yeah, we've got all we need there. Ling and a parry. Just have a quick look. What's the one closest to the American bases? That's fine. So we do have Da Nang. Yeah. And we have Lingen and we have a parry. So if we look at our bases there. Yeah, Da Nang's up at 60. Yeah, we can expand, see, Lingen to 60. I'm not sure where we're going to fill it, but why not? And if it helps us overcome our training capacity, then great. Awesome. Okay, finally in the red, let's end the turn. Italian government would like to buy angled flight deck. Go for it, Italy. I have no qualms with you. Working on problems of the 5-inch autoloaded gun, autoloaded DP gun. Oh, nice. But so far I looked at them fine. And Austria has lost another heavy cruiser. Definitely feels like Italy is winning that war. Doesn't look like Britain has joined in. Tensions haven't really gone anywhere with America, which I'm okay about. I don't mind a little bit of a pause as we finish our rebuilds. Yep, corvettes. That's beautiful, actually. Major arms firm wants to sell ships to South America. I will allow it. Hull construction. So you can now do super carriers. Not sure we've got the industry and or dockyards to support that. 3-inch autoloaded. I don't tend to use those, but nice to have them, I suppose. Okay, we are back in black. Let's continue going through our refits. I don't know if there's much we're going to do these really old, super old cruisers. I do want to give these guys updated radar. That may be about it. Let's just go for CVLs here. Okay. Open it for rebuild. I think we're rocking 17s. Is that still going to work? It is. I now have to do spacious because everyone is soft in the modern world. I might just skip the angled flight deck. Just so we can, just because we'd have to essentially lose a plane, and it's now such a big proportion of the overall air capacity. I'm just not 100% convinced it's worth it. Secondaries, no tertiaries. You don't even have any of these. That's disappointing. Really going to drop me down to 16 planes? I think you might. Okay. So I'm really going to end up that Adalbert has 17 planes, but you guys who were purpose-built as CVLs and are, well, essentially the same size, are only going to have 16. I think that might be the case. We'll give you deck edge lift so you can come online a little faster. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do a little ammo here. You guys never really burn through all your ammo anyway. Okay, I really wish I could get 17 ships. This feels a little rubbish. But okay, so be it. Yes, go do that, rebuild the 2 ships, and everyone is now fully jetted. What are we doing in terms of our air? I haven't looked at this episode. We haven't got any proposal for a new aircraft. Oh yeah, we keep asking for dive bombers and we don't get any better. So now we're actually using a really old plane. Like, give me a dive bomber. Okay, let's say, yeah, sure, carry a big bomb. And carry it far? I mean, what's our ranges are like? Our light jets on light can go 350, so actually range is fine, as long as it doesn't get worse. Maybe we just go for a bit of toughness, so you guys survive. Big bomb, toughness, and don't shrink my range. Come on, you've got 7 years of aircraft development to make something better. Let's see if we can get away with that. Okay, we're still in the black. Is there anyone else we really desperately want to upgrade? I'd say let's have a look at you. When's are you guys coming out? Not for a while. I'm worried we're going to get shouted at for not having enough heavy ships on active service. Alright, can you come off foreign station? Have we sorted that? Come back to Northern Europe. Maybe tell you what I might just build. It's a couple of our 1600 ton foreign station corvettes. Don't need many. Oh, can you give me a slightly bigger one to start with? Colonial service. Bish bash bosh. Sure, you've got a couple of 4-inch guns. That's fine. Totally. Yeah, you can have a bunch of mines. You can have some DC throwers. Hey, do you need the latest radar? Probably not. You'd start giving them helicopter hangars and stuff. That was interesting. But anyway, this is probably fine. Again, we can make it slightly cheaper, but let's go crazy. Fire control, that's fine. Oh, cancel spacious. Spacious you may have. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Done. Yeah, we'll get a bunch of those built. I'll wait for the materials all built before we can upgrade them together. We're waiting for this Escudo to come home. You guys are in the South Asia and we'll probably stay there. Oh, let's get you up to Northern Europe. So we're all in this together. Sisney, I don't really care about. And then we're just into the destroyers, which, again, they'll just sit there and do a whole bunch of not very much. Okay, well, in that case, we'll just bank the money. More corvettes. Internal upheaval in Southwest Africa. We could send a force and get a colony. Interesting. May increase international tensions. I wish I could be looking at the map. I don't think we have anything else in that area. Because I'm presuming it's in the kind of South Africa sea zone, but yeah, we'll have a go. Roll the dice. Maybe get some free land. Ah, we do get it, although there is a bit of a rebellion. Oh yeah. Cool. Apart from the whole foreign station thing. Right, let's go to the build screen. Yeah, I don't need a huge number of these, although we might need a couple more. So let's say knock out half a dozen. Please and thank you. Good man. Foreign station seems to be fine, actually. We've got some areas. Foreign station requirements for... Where is South Africa? Southern Africa. None. Okay. It is in rebellion. We may lose it straight away. Okay, fine. In one hand out the other. That's not the end of the world. Okay, electric gunnery causing us problems. We still don't know much about submarines, because we don't really have any. And lots of light forces there. So 3 Italian destroyers, 2 Austro-Hungarian destroyers, and an Austro-Hungarian light cruiser. Apart from that, things quiet. Tensions are pretty high with Australia. America. But not quite over the line yet. Oh, more money. Thank you, Generalissimo. Is that going to push us up? Oh, dear Lord. This is terrible timing. USA and Great Britain have signed an alliance. Please don't push us over the line now. The German government is interested in buying the rights to naval aviation. Skip bombing. By all means, Germany. Yeah, cap and A effectiveness. Okay. With air search radar. Excellent. And increases radar detection chance. Excellent. Austria-Hungary has lost another heavy cruiser. Man, Italy's doing well in this war. Maybe let's just tone down the spying on the Yanks. I'm so frustrated. So frustrated. I mean, I wouldn't mind a war with just America, but America and Britain, I mean, I'm going to say that would be pretty challenging for us. Oh, what a landscape. What a landscape. Austro-Hungary, do you still have millions of friends? Just Germany and Japan. That's not millions, but some. You are currently losing this war. France, who you allied with, still Great Britain. I mean, we could fight Germany. We could fight Germany. That wouldn't be so bad. Definitely, you know, some hard fights in Northern Europe. We might lose the Baltic. We could try and sweep up the African coast, though. I would bring in Austro-Hungary, which again I think would just be a bit of a bullet sponge. Although their technology is getting up there apparently. Fleet tonnage is pretty low, and they seem to be losing a bunch of ships. Not sure. Not sure where to go with this, but we're in. It's only 55. We've got a little bit of time left. Lots of money. I need to start spending it. Let's finish the work up. He wants us to build at least 18 additional destroyers. Do I need 18? No, I don't need 18. But I'll happily build 9. 9 seems reasonable. I don't mind expanding my destroyer fleet anyway. Okay, new Italian medium bomber, and the rebellion continues. I feel like we're going to lose that. Oh, a bit of revenge there for the Austrian. Italy has now lost a heavy cruiser to Venezia. A little bit of toing and froing. Now, when was the last destroyer we built? Too long ago. Okie doke. Well, let us design a destroyer then. Probably around a couple of 1,000 tons each, I suspect. Do you guys slap on missiles as a power for the course? You do. A couple of missiles on them. 35 knots. 2,100 tons. This is not a terrible start. What's your armament like? You've got one center-mounted torpedo, which seems reasonable. So you can do a big spread. I wouldn't mind reloads. Which, I mean, it's a touch risky, but you know, we can get in close, launch a spread, run away, and then if we happen to survive any length of time, we go, Although chances of getting us within torpedo range of ships these days, possibly slim. You're more likely just to turn up, launch your heavy missiles, and then run away when you've no ammo for them left. We just add more missiles. Yes, is the answer. You could just slap on more missiles. Okay. I don't really think you guys need mines. Depth charge is probably pretty good. Yeah, this is where the auto-loaded 5 inches would be nice. We could get auto-loaded 6 inches. A bit heavy. And is there issues with that? Yes. We're not quite heavy enough for 6-inch guns. What is my maximum displacement for destroyer these days? If we were just going to go like chunky. Doesn't matter, it cannot be the main armament for destroyer. Okie doke. Of course, we need our creature comforts. Or you go really low and go 3 inch. No, I don't want that. We'll go 5 inches. We can always replace them at some point. I wouldn't mind a little bit more turrets, and I wouldn't mind a little bit of a smaller ship. Because then we can just have more of them. A couple of 1,000 tons, 4 missiles. They've got a reasonable amount of defense. 35 knots. How do I feel about 35 knots? It's faster than anything I currently have. And to be honest, we could even probably sit at 34 knots if we really needed the weight. Well, it's only 50, so maybe it's not worth it. Unless we wanted another turret. How many center mounts have we got? 1, 2, only 3 at the minute. Could we have another superimposed dual mount 5 inch? A little bit much. My God, we've got a lot of rounds. Hang on. Bring that down to a couple of hundred. Oh, in fact, if we just drop down to 34 knots. Okay. That is much more manageable. So now we can fire. Radar limit of 5, eh? I guess radar must go up to 5s. Is it worth it? Are you going to be around if we get into war? Possibly not. How much future proofing is it worth on destroyer? Well, let's see you get there. So we've got 4 ship missiles. We've got some ASW stuff. We're still in that fleet support role. We aren't into like truly modern destroyers with like choppers and all sorts. We've got the spacious bits that we need. And we've got a little bit of topside armament for fighting other destroyers. I would love them to be auto-loaded. But maybe that's an upgrade we can make in future. Although what's the... Yeah, I wish I could see the weight for it. Anyway. Okay, oh, wrong one. I think we want this. I quite like this. Definitely going to be... What have we done? Oh, 104 of 81. I see. We shall bring these down. Okay, I guess we're only having 4 of them. There was a reason they put 4 on. Fine, I concede the point. Which means we could go up to 35 knots after all. Okie doke. I forgot what I was going to say. Let's do that, and then we'll build some more. We've got 9 glorious destroyers underway. Warships finish the work up. Germany's going to sell us some stuff. Sure, I'll buy it. Got the money. Means our scientists don't have to worry about it. Oh, we're being offered a better light jet. And I'm interested in better light jets. What have you got for me? Okay, an increase in range across the board. Everything else is the same. Okay, that's just it. You've just found a way to make it go further. I accept. Do we want a fighter? No. I think we're beyond fighter. Rebellion continues. And more destroyers meet their fate in the Mediterranean. Okie dokie. Right, I think that's where we'll call it under close. So we actually didn't get particularly far in terms of months, but I feel like we've made some pretty significant changes to the old Navy. And we're still toying for an enemy. And at this stage, I don't know exactly who it's going to be. We keep flipping and flopping around as alliances change. We might end up going after the Germany, Austria-Hungary, Japan axis, and just... I think that's easier, certainly easier to deal with than the American and British one. So we'll hold off there. I feel like our ship's in a good place. I still feel like we've got tons of money, which is, pretty good. So even with all these rebuilds, I feel like we're going to go into a launch of potentially new ships. I just don't know what to go into then. I am tempted just by a bunch more of our light missile cruisers. I like those ones. We'll also have to modernize them, up to level 4 radar. But that feels like a nice way to go. But then obviously so does more CVs, right? Although we're sitting at 4. Let's quick look at the almanac. How does that compare? We've got 4. Germany's got 7. Australia's got 3. Great Britain's got 7. France has only got 2, actually. America's got 14. Jeezy crazy. And Japan's got 8. So it's not outrageous considering where we sit in the overall averages. Bit later on the CVLs, but that's fine. Heavy cruisers, yeah, this is where we're definitely not meeting our peers. So maybe we could look with a new heavy cruiser coming out. How heavy are people's heavy cruisers getting these days? Let's have a look. Germany, can you show me some of your heavy cruisers? 15,000 tons, okay. Austria-Hungary, 16,000. Great Britain, lighter actually, 13s. Okay, so no one's gone crazy with heavy cruisers. A couple of 16,000 ton ones. And that's about it. Okay. So we could certainly go slightly up from our 14s and build some nicer ones. We're about to have 9 more destroyers, and again, I feel like that's a reasonable number. We might actually do a run of 12, and I think that's going to put us in a good place. It's a good subs I don't really care about, and I wouldn't mind some more fast battleships, but that's probably just a vanity project at this stage and things. Anyway, we can moderate on it. You can also give some advice if you think what we need to build next, and we'll pick up then. Cheerio.